Hello everyone, just getting some things set up here. This is the first time I've actually done a professional stream, so I'm still getting used to the kinks, so please bear with me. Happy Halloween. Tomorrow, but you know, hey, nobody got upset for celebrating too early. Just getting some things set up here. This is the first time I've actually done a professional stream, so I'm still getting used to the kinks, so please bear with me. Happy Halloween. Tomorrow, but you know, hey, nobody got upset for celebrating too early. Just getting some things set up here. This is the first time I've actually done a professional. That was a bit meta. Let me put my live stream on the other computer. That would be good. Probably should do all this beforehand. Sorry about this. All right, nearly there. Just trying to get some chat going on here. Okay, good. Good. I think we're good. All right. So I decided to do something simple and, you know, not only live stream, blue screen with a camera at 60 frames per second while emulating a game I've never emulated before on a system I've never emulated before because, hey, might as well do something simple for your first time, right? All right. Happy Halloween. Indigo Gaming here. Just going to play some Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, but specifically Symphony of the Night, although I really actually like the Rondo of Blood. It was originally released on the PC Engine, I believe. I own both Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. I bought Rondo Blood on the Wii store. I forget what it's called, eShop, whatever. A couple years ago, and Symphony 9 I bought multiple times. It's probably one of my favorite games I've ever, at least in the top 10, if not the top 5. Great game. Ooh. Alright, we're good. Hopefully the sound and everything's good. Please let me know if there's any issues on that. Again, this is new to me. So yeah, let's get into it. Symphony of the Night. It was obviously a huge game changer in the Symphony and the Castlevania formula. As pretty much anybody who's familiar with the series knows. Before then, it was very much aside from a couple odd outings, Castlevania has been... Oops. There we go. If I can actually type. I'm using a analog controller here. Xbox analog controller. So, yeah, I mean, it was a definite departure from the rest of the Castlevania games. I mean, Castlevania was straight up side-scroller. It was very hard. It was one of the first games to actually introduce horror elements in the genre, or in games in general. I mean, that was an NES. Simon's Quest was actually, the second game, Simon's Quest was actually really kind of a game changer in a lot of ways. It was like one of the first like open world-ish games alongside Metroid, where you go back and forth rather than just, you know, eternally right like all other games of the time. I said Medic. I remember seeing this tons of times. CG rendered and all that. This is kind of in the weird era where like games could be sprite, you know, hand-drawn sprites, but also have like CG cutscenes. So it's kind of an odd combination there. But oh, hey, expert, how's it going? And hey, Night Maru. Yeah, it's probably a bit different. I don't do a whole lot of live streams. This is one of my first on-camera one, so bear with me. All right. All those polygons, all like 6 of them. Now, what's really cool about Symphony of the Night is that it would have been really cool if more people actually got to play the prequel game, Rondo of Blood, because this is like literally the end of that game. It's pretty meta for games of the time. I mean, we're kind of used to like the whole... Alright, I'm going to summon the secret. Yes. Alright. It's pretty meta for games for whatever, 1990 something when this game came out. I think wasn't Symphony in 97 or something? I don't remember. But I realize my head is in the way, so I guess we won't see item names here. Oh well. I should put my head in front of... yeah, maybe let me do that. Thanks, I really appreciate that, Namaru. Let me do something real quick and move the chat to the left and the game to the right, because I realized I was blocking the game a little bit. Hopefully that's not too distracting. I think there's a... Whoa. Okay, wait, so I'm on a... Use some controls here. Power of Sire. What's that about? Alright, now this battle, you know, spoiler alert, doesn't really matter. It kind of, you know, you're supposed to die in it or then just get revived. But, oh yeah, this is going to be weird because I played this sequence of the game so many times. This is all new dialogue.
Die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Oh, but this world invited me. Your own kind called me forth with praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls, their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you. To hell with your heresy! You're nothing but a blight on mankind.
Ha! Mankind. A cesspit of hatred and lies. Fight for them, and die for their sins!
Yeah, it's totally different from the original dub. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, most of the people who play this game a lot know all those lines by heart. But I guess they redubbed it for this remake here. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. It affects your level, depending on how well you do in this sequence, I guess. Oh, right, you ducked the first one and jump over the second one. Alright. It's been a long time since I played this one. Yeah, I feel this is a good choice for Halloween. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I mean, it's vampires, werewolves, ghouls, skeletons, zombies. I mean, you can't get more Halloween than that, right? I mean, a lot of people are kind of doing horror games, which I do like occasionally. I just don't have a really good one right now that I feel like streaming, so I figured Castlevania was a good choice. Remember, right? Don't use items here. You use them when he turns into his second form. Already gotten hit a couple times, but it'll take forever. Oh, okay. Base stats. Okay. It's already going well. I think I've beaten this guy with, like, very little damage before. Okay. Oh. Am I really gonna have Maria revive me when I'm before I even get to the second form? Yes. Until I'm rusty in this. Alright, I'm just gonna throw a... Oh, come on, one more hit. Alright. At least I didn't die in the first health bar. Oh. Guess he dealt damage to me just walking by him. Okay. Power of turtle, power of bird. No, it's all good. It's all new stuff. I played this back in the day, like, where people didn't look up everything on the internet. It's actually funny, like, just a friend in real life told me about the second castle. I didn't know about it. It was, I thought I completed the game, and he was like, oh, you've gotten second castle before? I'm like, second castle? And then he told me that there was an entire reverse version of the full castle, plus two other areas I had never explored yet, because I didn't know the trick where you throw the barrel and take out the bridge and get to, you know, two other areas. So yeah, that blew my mind. Like, the second castle in this game just completely blew my mind. Probably one of the biggest game scale mind blows I've ever had in gaming. Like, I was amazed. Yeah, this is interesting. It's all new voice acting and stuff. This is kind of cool. Kind of like a different slant on the game I've already played tons of times. Some sort of a bastardized version because I'm playing with an Xbox controller on PC, a PSP port of the original PlayStation game. But hey, this is what technology is for, right? Messing around and tweaking it to your liking.
To purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, Alucard had submerged his vampiric powers and fallen into what was meant to be eternal slumber. But now, he awakens to the cackles of evil and cries of the innocent. The eternal battle of good and evil has come full circle once more. Dracula's castle beckons.
Yeah, it's crazy. This wasn't pre-internet, but I mean, this is like dial-up age, I think. Your first instinct wasn't just to, open a website and find out all the details. I mean, games like GameFAQs have been around for a while, but it just wasn't like ingrained into us. We didn't have smartphones or anything like that, so a lot of stuff you actually discovered on your own, which was, you know, it had a lot of mystery to games. I mean, there's very few games that really have a true amount of mystery because, you know, within seconds you could be online and find out everything based on like GameFAQs or, you know, a dozen other sites. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I find it kind of nostalgic to just like play a game blind. All right. Okay, Alucard. Oh. I actually really like this intro. Some people get down in this game for being a for being way too easy in the beginning. But I actually like it because when you think about it, Alucard's like what 300 plus years old at this point, and he's like a freaking super vampire with this crazy equipment. I mean, I like how they give you like really crazy equipment in the beginning and show you how powerful Alucard really is. I think that was actually a really interesting new way of portraying, because like it's always kind of weird in RPGs, particularly when you start out with a character who in the story and in the universe is a complete badass, but like has a hard time fighting rats and stuff, you know. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, nice. Still remember the spells. Oh boy. Yeah, I used to use Dark Metamorphosis all the time. I don't remember the other spells. I know there's like Tetra Spirit and other things. Ooh, $50. Nice. Oh. Yeah, this is like easily the best $30 I ever spent back in the day. I love Castlevania, but I hadn't heard nothing about this game, so I think I was in Software Etc., which is now owned by was bought out by GameStop. But yeah, I was in Software Etc. looking at all the pre-owned PlayStation 1 games, and I saw this one was like $30 or whatever. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is a good example of that too. Oh man, I don't really want that. You have to go all the way around for this one, I believe. But yeah, it's like so weird. Like, you know, very good point with Final Fantasy VII. You're some crazy soldier, I think that was the name of the group, soldier, you know, agent who like nobody would mess with, and somehow you're, you know, at the bottom of the scale, which is kind of silly. I mean, from an RPG standpoint, it makes perfect sense. It's just, you know, kind of funny. Turkey. Everybody loves turkey. I heard there's actually a cheat right here. If you walk into this room and immediately dash back, you can actually avoid fighting death completely, and then you keep all your equipment. Sounds both game breaking and awesome. Yeah, this voice acting is kind of interesting. On one hand, it's like a bit cleaner. On the other hand, it's I don't know. I'm not completely sold by it. But I was just trying to see what things they've done to this version for the PSP. Have they changed the graphics? I don't remember him being outlined before like this. Maybe he was. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should grab a sword. Oh yeah. I like that spells are kind of interesting, how they only show up in your list once you do them. Kind of a cruel thing, really, because I don't remember how you find scrolls or something that tells you how to do them. I forget. I think you do, but I think they're pretty hard to find, all of them. I think I figured out Dark Metamorphosis on my own, and then Tetra Spirit or something, like... What was it? I don't remember the other... I don't remember the spirit ones. I remember this. Yeah, I'm 99% sure they've actually edited some of the graphics in here. I don't remember. I distinctly don't remember the outline on the sprites. Yeah, I didn't think so. That kind of reminds me of the Game Boy games. I didn't particularly like that. I mean, they still look great. I mean, I'm a big fan of pixel art done well. Yeah, you could also butt mash. That works too. Okay, I'm gonna. I see that Texas chat is going over my face here. Let me just edit this. I actually. This is all new to me. Sorry, guys. All right, let me. Professional streaming. Okay, good. Now the chat won't go over my face. That's better. Alright. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the Game Boy Advance and the DS games where they trying to change the art style a little bit. But what they did instead of like a dark outline like this looks decent. They did like color outlines and everything, which is very strange. Yeah, that's exactly what... I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's exactly what I was thinking in Street Fighter. Back in the day, they didn't have, like, crazy tutorials for Street Fighter and whole training modes where they teach you everything by, like... You just have to learn everything, which was kind of a different time. Like, I wouldn't say it was better, but it was... It made, like... It made you feel awesome when you actually learned it. You knew all these secrets. You could always, like, impress your friends. Alright, I'm actually going to ask it here a little bit. Oh, probably because I don't have armor. Now I do. Yeah, this game is awesome. There's like so many crazy items and, you know, hundreds and hundreds of weird items. Some that are like completely unnecessary. Like where a modern game would just have like health potions, maybe like 2 or 3 different sizes. This game has like, you know, shiitake mushrooms and, you know, other weird food items. Like really, it's interesting how... Like, before games had to be balanced and everything had to be, you know, have a specific purpose, they would just throw things into games, and I've heard both arguments. I think it was a Super Bunny Hops video where he kind of makes, like, arguments for and against the idea that they just have tons of weird items in the game. Alright, I'm going to do Darkman Forces again. I need health. Okay, now I really need health. Yeah, I didn't like Harmony's. I think Circle of Moon was that the first one for the GBA? Circle of Moon or something like that. I think that one wasn't particularly great either. But it was just weird having an outline and everything. Like if it was some sort of magic item or whatever, I'd be cool with it. But it was a weird art style. And otherwise, the graphics were done. I don't even have a secondary weapon. Do I have anything? Maybe I have, Oh, right, that was weird. You have to kind of, like, equip an item, then use it. Alright, good. Remember how to do that. Leather shield. Oh, red rust. That looks better. It's actually worse? Oh, it's two-handed. And it is actually worse. Weird. Sounds better than a short sword, but who knows? Yeah, I'm a real big fan of professionally done. Wait, what? His outline's gone. Yeah, his outline's gone now. What? That's so weird. How was his outline in the beginning, but not here? That's odd. A professionally done art, like, you know, Final Fantasy VI, I think, is one of the gold standards. Same with Chrono Trigger, as far as really just absolutely gorgeous pixel art. I used to do some pixel art back in the day, and although I didn't reach those levels, some of the artwork in here as well, obviously. I mean, this is really good stuff. But like the Kefka Tower in the end of Final Fantasy VI is just like a work of art. Oh, really? I could have swore Circle had outlines as well. But maybe, I mean, this was, what, 15 years ago or something like that I played this game, so... Memory's a bit rusty. Oh, these guys I don't think you can kill, can you? Or just take a while to kill. Oh, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right about that, actually. Maybe it was something to do with the equipment. This is the a la carte graphic I remember. Oh, alright, hold on this button, and then I should be able to climb up. I remember there were some outlines for different things, like, obviously, like, when you do Dark Metamorphosis. Come on. Did I really forget it already? Oh, it's left to right, okay. Left. Alright. Spells are really janky to cast sometimes. Alright, whatever. Climb up here, no? Oh, right, you put it on the spikes and then you hit the button. That's right, I remember now. And then there's just something up here. Oh, just to get around him, I guess. I thought there was a secret up here. That's not. Okay, nice. I love the capes. For some reason, though, it's just like the greatest thing. Actually alters your colors, and some of them were animated too, which I really liked. Like obviously the Alucard cape, when you get it, it's, you know, glows red and black. But it was always kind of a interesting, cool. It didn't change his look too much, so he didn't look weird and awkward. It just kind of added a little bit of flair and made you visibly look different as you progressed, which is cool. Yeah, changing armor looks was always a dangerous thing in old games, because when you use sprites, you literally have to animate every single armor type for every single action again and again and again. And second favorite, I didn't play all of. I didn't get a DS or anything like that, so I didn't play the DS Castlevanias, but I'd like to give like the second to one of the original Castlevania games. I mean, I did really think that there's just so many that I really like for different reasons. I'm actually a Simon's Quest apologist. I think that was actually a really cool game, although it was really punishing. I'm almost thinking either Dracula's Curse, Rondo of Blood, or Super Castlevania 4. I know it's kind of heresy not to say the first one, but the first one I did play, but it didn't, like, I got fairly far in it, but I guess when I played it I was just too young and too bad at the game, and I didn't get very far, and it was just a really hard game. I do enjoy it, I played occasionally, but Super Castlevania 4 was just amazing in terms of, like, all the new mechanics it introduced, you know, with being able to whip in different directions. Was one of the few Castlevanias ever to do that, actually. Just kind of interesting. I'll probably keep Axe, actually. Does a lot more damage. Yeah, the whole, you know, multiple, like, diagonal whipping, and then you could, like, do your cool, like, you know, whip in a circle thing, which is pretty cool. They kept that into later games, but yeah, I thought that was, like, just kind of a crazy game. As far as, like, the traditional Castlevania games without any, like, weird mechanics, that was probably, in my opinion, the best. Super Castlevania 4. I really like how this Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood are actually direct sequels. It's one of the few games that actually, like, one takes place directly after the other. Like, the end of Rondo of Blood is the beginning of this game. I think that was really cool and really interesting and innovative. Oh, these guys. I think I can hit them both if I jump up and... Yeah, that's right. That's why I wanted the axe. It pisses them off. Oh. Yeah, so Castlevania Symphony Night was such a departure of the standard Castlevania games. Like, all of a sudden, you're playing a completely different character. It's an RPG, and you can like equip tons of other things other than whips. Pretty crazy considering that Konami now is like plays it safe completely. Back then, it was like was it director? I'm trying to remember his name. Igarashi, I think it is. Ika. He must have like had some blowback when he proposed this game. It's like, we're gonna make a Castlevania game unlike any other Castlevania game, and it's gonna be great. And they were like, maybe we should just do the same thing. I don't know the whole story. I have to research it, but definitely looking forward to how he does Bloodstained. It's very different looking, but from what I saw of the demo, it does look pretty promising. Hopefully, I need to. That's at the range though. Probably shouldn't play this with the analog controller. It's really actually screwing with my controls here. Okay, nice. Whew. Oh, what? Oh, right, the second guy. Well, in that case, I'm going to use a potion. Oh, no. Oh, before the heals came. Nice. All right. I don't think I played this game for at least 10 years, so yeah, I'm a little bit of a scrub. All right. Whoa. All the way back to the menu. Harsh, guys. Appreciate if you don't self-promote. I mean, just, you know, come on, people. All right. Yeah, let's try this again. Have any other items I can use? This thunder. What an odd thing to give me this early. Drop him. I know, it is a super easy boss, and I beat him so many times. I think the first time I even played, I beat him first time, but I have a weird controller. I'm using analog, which kind of... Maybe I should set to the D-pad or something. Yeah. Not a pro... this is not a speed run or anything like that. Oh, this is a nice little shot here. Place here. Alright. I think I got it this time. I don't screw it up. It's interesting how it kind of queues up. Like whenever you hit him, if you hit him before he drops, he picks him up anyway. Nice. Oh, right. Second guy's not dead yet. Only had a couple more hearts. Oh, nice. I forgot how useful the shield is. I never really used it, but the shield actually, some projectiles, some things it doesn't do anything with, but some projectiles it completely blocks. Nice. All right. I'm gonna go back and thanks, Night Arrow. I'm gonna go back and save just because I do that. Oh, that was quick. I think they changed a few things like the fonts and the interface and stuff like that in this game, just to fit the PSP a little bit better, I guess. Like I said, this is the PSP version. I only heard about this version like a week ago, and I thought that'd be a great idea, great game to stream. Yes, it does. Positive reinforcement definitely helps. Yeah, from what I noticed, it's pretty similar. Obviously, the all the voiceovers have been redubbed, and I actually was one of the few people who really liked all of the original voice acting. Some people said it was terrible. Some people say that the English voice actor for Alucard was awful. I kind of liked him. He had kind of a sort of a, you know, deep voice. Kind of, like, people said he was dull. I listened to a little bit of the Japanese voice acting, and people said that was, like, perfect. I couldn't really tell, you know, I don't natively speak Japanese, so I couldn't really tell exactly how well he did it, but he left my forehead. Okay. But I was actually, alright, that was a weird item. That's only this game, I think, they added the gem thing. Very strange. Oh, it's not bad, actually. But, yeah, I actually like the voice acting. I like Maria, I like Richter, Alucard, Dracula, and Succubus. I think that's pretty much all of the voice actors in the game, as far as I remember. There's really not that many. But I thought everybody did a fine job, especially for a game in this era. I mean, this was even pre, you know, Final Fantasy X, you know, awkward laughing era as far as voice acting. So for the time, for the era, it was totally fine, in my opinion. But I guess they felt it could have used some work, so they redid it for this PSP release. So they did what they did. Nice. Use some more potions. I can't wait till I get a... Alright, that's... Yeah, okay, remember now. I should use that more, the backward dash. This is one of the few games that actually had that. Oh, I actually got poisoned. Forgot that was even a thing. Oh, wait, where's my... Yeah. I really like how they took some cues from Metroid in this game. They even have the blue map and everything like that. Mega Man 8, yeah, I remember. I think I got that on the PlayStation 1, and yeah, the voice acting that's kind of legendarily bad, as far as I remember. I'd have to watch it on YouTube again, but yeah, it like had some weird accent or something like that. Yeah. Early Japanese game voice acting was great. Oh, I mean, Resident Evil 1, I think, probably wins everything as far as voice acting is concerned. The original uncut version was just amazing. One of my friends back in the day actually said it, you know, mentioned, it's like, oh, you should play the first Resident Evil game. It has great voice acting. He's like, really? It's like, yeah, it sounds like a porno. I'm like, oh, okay. Was it like, Jill, don't open that door? Almost became a Jill sandwich. This is surprisingly fun. I have not played this game for a while. Kind of cool how some of the elements actually get upscaled and some of them don't. Like the sprites stay the same, but the 3D effects, like the vectors and polygons and stuff, get up-resed. Bass. Oh, so they said Bass instead of Bass for his name. That's funny. I mean, I need to play some more of those not Final Fantasy, Mega Man games. I love Mega Man, especially. I mean, the originals are great. I love the originals, but I actually really liked Mega Man X. Mega Man X was like really kind of improved. I was almost a Jill sandwich. There you go. I don't remember the exact quote. Yeah. Mega Man X like really redefined the game and added so many cool elements of the game, like wall climbing, which I believe wasn't in the prior games. Just the controls and the feel and the speed, just everything was really perfect in that game. They you know, gravity and the controls, it just felt really, really responsive, and it was very, very consistent. That's probably the best thing I could say about Mega Man X, is it felt extremely consistent. Like, if you lost, it was because you screwed up. It was never the game's fault of, like, not responding to your actions quickly enough, which is really great. Didn't quite reinvent the wheel as much as something like Symphony of the Night did with Castlevania, but yeah, I mean, Mega Man X and X2 and X3 and X4 and however many freaking ones they did. Later on, they started to get a little bit kind of over the top, but I do really like those games. I'd like to play those again. I'm wondering how YouTube, how Nintendo responds to those, though, if you can actually stream them. I mean, they're Capcom games, but you know how Nintendo's been with anything. Like, I've heard people's podcasts get taken down for showing a Nintendo trailer. That's ridiculous. That would actually be really cool. It'd actually work when you think about it, because Mega Man's primary gimmick is that you get the ability of the bosses you kill. So that would be really interesting if you had like a non-linear Metroidvania style game where, you know, you could fight bosses in different sequence and get different abilities. That would actually be really cool. I never thought about that. That's a really interesting concept. I always liked trying to figure out the best sequence to fight Mega Man bosses in. I remember in X, like, I think the Penguin was the easiest guy to kill without a special ability. So yeah, I would always fight him first, and I forget what his ability. I think he takes out the boomerang guy, or am I mixing them up? There are so many of them. Oh, almost got away with this guy. All right. There's so many little things it's kind of slowly coming back to me with this game. I remember there was a thing you could do, like you know, your basic attack takes this long to attack, but if you jumped and attacked right before you hit the ground, you could do a double attack. So you could actually increase your attack rate by doing that. It was interesting. I kind of figured that out by accident, but I'm sure somebody has it in the tutorial somewhere. You did basically get a double attack. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's so many enemies in this game. I love it when you open up the library and you can just look through all the different enemies and their little codexes and, you know, stats and what they drop and stuff. I find that really, really interesting. I love it when games are like codified and have all this stuff. Yeah, Chill Penguin. Game actually got surprisingly hard. A lot of those Mega Man games are actually surprisingly hard. Oh, these guys keep on respawning. I don't think they even give EXP either. Oh, that money though. Dagger. This cramped spaces, this gem thing is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna keep it for now. This is surprisingly easy to set up, other than the whole camera blue screen thing. This is surprisingly easy to set up in XSplit. I'm actually liking this. And I like how I can tweak things if they get in the way and not have to reset up all this stuff. Whoa! Oh, I didn't realize it was that low in health. Oh. Nice. Yeah, I like that. It's one of my favorite game over screens. If there is such a thing to have favorites for. The night is still young. Well, I'm not too far back. Alright, I gotta make sure I pay attention to my health, because easy for it to just creep up on you. I haven't been able to do... Okay. There you go. That's what I was trying to do. Should do that more. Alright, it only works on guys with blood. That's right. Not gonna help me with all these skeletons. I like when games like really took I like when games kind of took their theme seriously. And things like, you know, things like, oh, this character doesn't have blood, so you can't, you know, drain them. Modern games would just do like lifesteal, and they wouldn't care what enemy you fight, really. I mean, they might have like something on undead or whatever, but I like when games just like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Let's negate that. Not really thinking about the. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible. Come on, guys. I've literally not played this game for probably 10, 15 years. Spirit Orb. What does the Spirit Orb do? Oh, it's one of the relics, right? I always thought this was interesting where you could actually turn stuff off. This is one of the first games that upgrades are actually optional. I don't really know why they did it. There's only like one or two of these things that really I would think that you'd want turned off. Like if you prefer just to have no enemy damage, I could see that off. But that's almost like an option rather than an item. But this game is really, really like... What's the word? Customizable, and you know, they left so many things up to you to try to figure it out. Like there's lots of crazy things you could do to try to defeat bosses. Just like throw tons of weird items at a guy and, you know, turn him to stone or do all that other stuff. Some weird items in this game. I like some of the weapons and item descriptions too. Like I remember, it wasn't even that great of a weapon. I just remember the name of the weapon. It was called Harper, and the description is a sword named Harper. It's like, okay, that's his name, so. Alright, 66 health. Pay attention. Alright. Alright, I should use my dash. Derpy, derpy. Whoa. It's a crit, I guess. Yeah, the dash is better. That's right, blame Cthulhu. It's not doing much damage. I don't remember, but it seems like backdashing is actually faster than walking. I remember doing that when I really wanted to get somewhere fast. I actually don't know, because you have a little bit of a slowdown after. I don't know if backdashing is actually fast or not. They still got my outline again. That's weird. I don't understand that. I wonder if it's for certain maps or something. Maybe they figured that due to the different, you know, screen size, resolution, or whatever, that they added outline to a la carte in certain maps just to make them stand out more. It's weird. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is. I don't think I've equipped anything differently since, oh god. Yeah, taste my shield. Didn't know that worked. I really need to use some, you guys don't spawn here, do they? Should probably use a, yeah, I think I'll switch to the dagger. The gem thing is cool, but only a very specific. Alright, see you later, Night Mario. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Alright, I'm gonna take a potion here. Pot roast. That sounds delicious. Oh. Huh, that is weird. Yeah, it's like things that create an outline, the outline should go away, but it just stays. Huh, I wonder if that's a bug or something. It also might be due to emulation or something, maybe? That might be a thing. There's always a possibility of that. This emulator seems pretty good, but I've seen a couple little glitches here and there, so it's within the realm of possibility. Alright, I just need to get another save game before I die embarrassingly again. Oh. That's a lot of damage. Guys are surprisingly take a lot of hits. Whoa! Whoa! The guy did 50 damage to me. I don't want to waste another potion, but he could almost one-shot me if he does that thing again to me. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take a potion. Yeah, that was a ton of damage. Okay. Huh. Oh, really? Oh, 2 little hits. Okay. Already had him pretty much down. Alright. So, alright, this is a theory that we'll have to continue to inspect and look at. Oh, that's right. I think the dagger seemed pretty boss, actually. Yeah, I was wondering, actually, if they're going to keep these loading screens in. These loading places. But when you think about it, they couldn't really get rid of them because they're literally part of the map. But those are only there because this game was originally on PlayStation, and oh my god. Did I just do that? Hope I can get back up there. Yeah, because you know, it was actually a really clever way to avoid just black screens. Remember how long things took to load in PlayStation? Final Fantasy VII and things like that. They just took forever. So they basically figured that if they just put you into a little zone that could be easily loaded, and they could just, you know, background load the rest of the, you know, the new area you're going into. Very clever, actually. And it doesn't seem like it's loading. Kind of like the great-great-granddaddy of the elevator load sequences in Mass Effect. The ones that everybody hated. And then, you know, because they were hated, they got replaced by actual loading screens in Mass Effect 2. Which were better, I guess? I don't know. Alright, we're good. Now, where to next? Did I get an item or something that I can go forward with now? Or do I have to go all the way through it again? I'm thinking this, I don't remember, but I think this area down here is probably new. No, that's right, I have to go all the way around for that. Does it really want me to go all the way around again? Maybe, yeah, maybe I have to go back up and, I don't want to fight Cthulhu again, though. Yeah, I'll go the other way. A lot of backtracking in this game. I need a better weapon. Somewhere here I get the Gladius. Gladius is somewhat better if I remember right. I really need to remember. I should probably cheat and look up the rest of these spells, because they could probably help me out. Remember Tetra Spirit being actually fairly useful. Create a bunch of spirits that would then... they're kind of like magic missile, basically. They'd chase after targets. I need to remember to use my shield as well. I wonder if my background is actually causing lag here. Oh, I never went in here. Another save going. Why not, right? I remember driving myself nuts trying to get every single unexplored area discovered in this game. This is so big. Oh, I think the Gladius is up here. And if he walks over... Right. How do we do this? If I kill him over the button, he keeps the button pressed down, right? I think that's how it works. And if he keeps the button pressed down, then I can jump on... Alright, and then I jump on it halfway when it's halfway down. Oh, no. That's the right idea, though. Yeah, that's probably the one big flaw of the game is that you repeat a lot of material, but at the same time, it's also makes the game really long and get your money's worth. All right, come on. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I think there's a Gladius behind there, but I'm not gonna bother drive people crazy trying to repeat that. Hopefully there's some other item drop here sometime soon. Game's kind of painful sometimes before you get double jump. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was causing lag from changing my background. I'm turning that off now. Sorry about that. Alright. Yeah, double jump. It's definitely nice. I'll actually get some EXP here, though. Hit the walls. You might have been talking about an older area, probably past that. There's a delay, so by the time you I don't know how much of a delay there is, but by the time you say it, it's probably a while back. No, see, I don't have the outline again. This is like conspiracy theory stuff. See? Full mana, outline gone. So it must be something about creating outlines and they just don't go away or something. It might be an emulator issue. Yeah, odd. I go in the other. Oh, I didn't go here down here. What is this place? Oh. Can't get through here, can I? Yeah, magically sealed. I forgot what opens that. Yeah, this game, I mean, most people love this game, but some people say it's the non-Castlevania game. The game kind of started the non-Castlevania tradition, but I still really like it. Because of the ability you have to grind and level up and get all this sort of great gear and things like that, it is a lot easier than the really punishing older Castlevania games, but I still think it's pretty awesome. I haven't played the later, like, Game Boy Advance and DS versions. I just never felt that any of them really lived up to this one. Like, I would love to see... Can I get through there? How do you get in there? Oh, from the other side of it, or something. I would love to see a full-on console... Castlevania using like modern technology and stuff like that and make basically Symphony of the Night 2. That would be amazing. That random game that they released that didn't really get much hype, but like all of a sudden just came out and was kind of crazy. It was actually really cool. What do they call it? It wasn't Harmony of Dissonance. It was also in HD. It was Something of Despair. Or am I thinking of something different? But yeah, the Xbox Live and later on PlayStation 1, where they basically took like assets from various Castlevania games and various characters and made into like a same screen multiplayer like time rush game. That was so weird. But it was really cool in a way. Like, I actually thought it was really interesting. I kind of wanted to get a group together and try like a 4-player or something and rush through it. It was just the annoying thing about it was it had tons of paid DLC, so the full game got pretty expensive if you added all the content to it. Harmony of Despair, there you go. So it was Harmony of Dissonance as well, so they really didn't get very creative with that title, did they? That Harmony Dissonance, like after I figured out what that actually meant, it actually is a really cool title. But I don't really know how it correlates to the actual game story, but alright, I think I just have to go. Alright, can I even get over there if I just jump up? Yeah, okay. I think this is the other place I need to go. I don't remember, but I think it is. I like how all the different sectors kind of interconnect. I mean, similar to Super Metroid and Metroid, where like they just all kind of, you know, the different districts or areas of the castle just kind of connect. They have shortcuts and whatnot. Oh, I hate Igors.
Wait, are you human? What are you doing here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Likewise. I'm Maria. And you are?
Alucard.
Well, if you're a better swordsman than a speaker, perhaps I'll see you again. Farewell.
Alright, yeah, the voice acting's terrible. I mean, I think the voice acting comes off a little bit more naturally. It isn't quite as forced as the original game, but like Maria's voice is super high pitched now, and before she actually sounded like a woman. I don't know. I don't particularly like that. Like I said, I'm kind of an old school Symphony Night voice actor apologist. I think that actually was totally fine. It wasn't Mega Man 8 or Resident Evil 1 levels. Bad. Not by a long shot. I think there's something hidden up here, but... Oh, you know, I totally forgot. I was going to do some sort of pun on the whole thing that Alucard's name is Dracula backwards. What was I going to do? I think I was going to do Sepet or whatever, because the actual name of Dracula is Vlad Tepes. So I was going to do Tepes backwards. Super clever, just like Alucard is super clever. What was this one? Oh, that's a weird one. Actually not bad though. Yeah, I'll keep it. I really wanted to try out the version of Castlevania that only came out on the Saturn. Like, apparently, Iga actually didn't like that version. He said that the stuff that they cut out some stuff when they were making Symphony Night, and the stuff they cut out is pretty much the stuff that they put into that Saturn version. But I heard that overall, like, the sound quality and various other aspects of the Sega Saturn version of Symphony Night was actually, like, not as good. Like, it was actually inferior to the PlayStation version. But they did add Maria as a playable character and like a new area and a couple other things, I guess. That was really cool, the idea. Like, they just put so much in this game. Like, I don't know. I think it's possible by using some weird exploits that you can finish the game as Richter, using the Richter code. But I never was able to get very far. I mean, he's really powerful at the beginning, but there's just certain movement upgrades you get with Alucard that's really hard to reproduce with Richter. So I don't know if Marie was any better, but oh, these guys. I forgot about these guys. Oh, that is a really useful item. Actually, I'll probably hold on to that. Alucard could run in the Saturn version? I'm assuming that's what you're saying. That'd be kind of interesting. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's a code thing as well, like Richter is. Might even just be Maria. Who knows? I always like games that kind of hide things like that. I mean, That's kind of a huge feature to hide, like an entirely different, almost an entire different game, because the character plays so much differently. I mean, Richter doesn't have inventory or anything like that, or RPG progression. He's practically just Richter from Dracula X, or Rondo Blood. Alright, I think I'm getting the hang of this game. The controls a little bit weird, but I think I'll probably do worse, actually, if I switch to the D-pad. I'm using analog right now. Oh, no, I'm stoned. Yeah, that would be kind of weird. I mean, there are definitely times... I mean, that's what the wolf form's for, though. Like, why would you need to add run? Eventually you get the wolf form, and that's how you get around quicker. Alright, what am I at? I'm not too badly hurt. Need better items. I've been not getting many item drops. Causes items to materialize. Yeah, I've just not been getting many item drops at all. I think I'd have some more items by this time. Don't turn me to stone. Good. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be going a little faster, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, he's even way faster than even the old Castlevania games were. The old Castlevania games, you're, you know, kind of walked at a snail's pace. Oh, nice. Outer wall. There we go. Zircon. That's a ring, right? Sellable. Does it do anything? No, it does not do anything. Oh, Lord. You guys hurt hard. I hit pretty hard if I remember correctly. I'm gonna find a save point. I don't know if that's... The music in this game has got to be one of the like top 10 soundtracks of all game of all time for gaming. The was it Michiru Yamane, I think was the composer. She composed this, I believe. Like, I love this. Like, totally just randomly goes into a telescope and you see some the boatman. That's just a weird thing to add to the game, but you could tell a game that's been designed, you know, like they have an idea, they have a story, they have a setting in mind, and they, you know, add things that totally don't add, you know, totally aren't really gameplay related or anything like that, but just add to the experience. That always added a kind of wonder to me, like, why am I looking through the telescope, you know? I believe it's different. Sometimes you see something different in that through the telescope as well. Things like that I really like about games, you know, especially older games that did more things like that. A lot of games now are like, okay, if it's not directly related to the gameplay, then we should just axe it, you know? I never really thought that was a, you know, I think that if it adds to the experience, why not, right? This guy's gonna kick my ass. I really hope that's not the save point right behind him. Probably is. Oh yeah, I forgot about the chairs. Yeah, such a weird thing to add. Wasn't there some area which sitting actually unlocked something, or am I just imagining that? Maybe I was thinking that would be a feature. It's possible, I just imagined it. These guys are cool. I'm doing this bad in Symphony, then I should definitely not live stream the other Castlevania games. This is probably the easiest one. Oh, there's a boss up here. Yeah, I think... Yeah, okay. Right up here is the doppelganger, right? Doppelganger is actually fairly difficult if you don't have very good equipment, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I should definitely save. Nice. I wonder what's behind that other door. Just I really need some better equipment. I'm still struggling with some of these little guys. I don't want to keep on pumping my potions. So potions are something you use for bosses. Yeah, I remember there was something where you sit. Yeah, confessional room. That sounds familiar. There's so many weird, interesting aspects of the game. Oh, interesting. I feel like I'm cheating. These have blood, right? Oh wow, that does kind of scream over. This weapon sucks though. Oh my god, it's slow. I kind of feel like I'm cheating now. It just like stuns them occasionally, huh? What are you trying to do? Whoa. Alright, now good. Need to hit him with that. I never knew that. Interesting. Probably gonna swallow a potion. He's probably close, but I'm not gonna risk it. Oh, unless he interrupts my, oh, good. Actually went through. He could interrupt it. I'm probably gonna hit him with a short sword, because I have the metamorphosis on. Whoa. Yep. Oh. Casting spells under pressure is really hard in this game. Oh, the bat form. Oh, I don't want my shield up. Oh, come on, I can do this. Frickin' bat form. Okay, good. Use area effect damage and his shield. Yeah, the first couple bosses are actually like not the hardest bosses, but some fairly hard because the game hasn't opened up as much, so you can't really like just, you know, get all the best items and grind your way. You kind of have to fight him as is. I think the hardest boss was like a huge, like, orc or troll guy. So big you can really only see his foot. Oh, here's the Gladius. Okay, so you actually get the Gladius mandatorily. Thank goodness. Really? It's only one more damage? Whatever. Interesting thing about this game is that not all weapons are equal. Oh, come on. That's Symphony Night. Okay. Or like you may opt for a weaker weapon damage-wise, but you like the shape or the length of the that's not dirty, of the weapon, and they're, you know, like the reach of the weapon or the speed or whatever is better. That was a huge factor. I remember in Harmony of Despair, where like I upgraded to this one weapon after spending like a ton of resources to get it. I forget what currency or system they had for that, but only to find out that the better weapon that did way more damage had a terrible attack animation. Like instead of just like swiping like that, you actually like move forward and then like thrust, and so you got like one attack in the time it took, you know, two or three of your other weapon. So it was totally not worth it. This game has something similar where like some weapons may look better on paper, but until you try them, you know, you can find out you hit guys way more having a better... Oh, library, nice. Oh, this guy. Uncurse. Can I actually block his attacks? Nope. All these guys undead, or can I metamorphose them? Got a save point? Nope. Igors. They're super easy to kill, but they just jump everywhere. Just back here. This looks like a save point. Nope. I like this. This has like the same animation, not the same color, but the same animation as the Alucard sword. Nice quick attack. Oh, armor. That was worth it. They really kind of spoon feed you this stuff, don't they? Oh. I didn't know there's a quick save option. That must be with the PC version. Okay. Well, hopefully I didn't lose what I had. I still have my no, okay, it undid last couple of minutes, so I didn't know it was gonna kick me out when I quick saved. I should probably tell you that. Quick save, decide. Nice. Really playing your game to your audience, aren't you? Alright. What about Igors? Dying of fire. I wonder if I can actually kill him with my shield. Probably not. Some projectiles you can kill with shields, but... Runs QS. And they respawn. This guy's annoying. Remember in the original Castlevanias, everything knocked you back, so you'd get knocked into pits and stuff from Igors and Medusas. Can't tell if Igors have blood. I'm assuming they would. Try to get some healing. Oh crap, the curse. That sucks. Yeah, I always hated those things. Like, we have this. They only take like one hit. They're pretty weak. It's just can't do much once you're cursed. Looks like a wall I could break. Guess not. Oh, books. Forgot about books. Like how they kind of introduced basic 3D stuff into this game. It's kind of an interesting idea. Luckily, books are pretty easy to kill. this on. Oh, do 1 damage. That's nice. Alright. Where's the librarian guy? This area? Come on. I think this is the librarian, or whatever his name is. Hopefully. Yeah, here he is.
It's been a long time, old one.
Eh? Why, it's Master Alucard. Come to visit, have we?
I need your help.
Oh, but young Master, I could never betray the good Count.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
Yeah, I'm not sold by this voice acting, honestly. I probably should have kept the original.
How about this?
Dracula. Why would you buy tactics for bosses you already fought? That's a weird thing. Okay, now I can actually spend my money. Nice. Now it's actually becoming an RPG. This is what, you know, once they start opening up this is where I really like the game, where you can actually save up and buy cool things. And magic missile. Actually, oh wow. That's actually really, that was a throwing knife. That means that's consumable. Nope. I like that a hammer is the unpetrify item. Like, you know, unpetrified. Bam. Oh yeah, the Jewel of Open. That's useful. I know at least one of those. Potion. Enchanted library card. I'm sure that's something I probably want. And saber. Damascus sword. Ooh. Did I save it for the Damascus sword? Oh, these are expensive. I don't have a hat though. I kind of need to get a hat. That'll add 2 defense if I get a hat. A leather hat. If I get a leather hat, that's another 2 defense. Crap. That's be all my money though. An extra con. Extra defense and attack. Damn. Right? Isn't this a great game? Yeah, I actually played it like a year or so after it came out. Like I said, it had so little hype and like marketing and behind it. I just found it pre-owned and at a what would be now a GameStop, but at the time it was a Software Etc. I don't know if they had those across the states. I was in Washington at the time, so that was what we had. We had Babbage's and Software Etc., which I think both got bought out by GameStop if I remember correctly, or at least owned by the same people. I definitely want the open. That's like a progression item, so I kind of need that. Library card. Does that send me back to the library? Is that what it does? I don't remember. Why would a mace be more? I should probably buy a saber, and then I have 1,000 left. Yeah, saber and a hat, so I get 2 more defense. Or... yeah, I think that's probably the best for my money. Okay, I'll buy a leather hat.
Thank you.
And then a saber. And all my money's gone.
Thank you.
How about this?
Oh, I can sell that. Maybe I can get a map too. That might help me out.
How about this?
Playing the game as if I don't have the internet right next to me, which I do, but choosing not to use it. Alright, enemy list. I love that it gives you basic like stats and everything. I thought that was really cool. Kind of opens up the game into like a whole But they're consumable, right? I probably don't need to get those then. Be convenient, but... Library cards. Alright, let me equip my stuff. A fancy hat. Okay. Saber. That should be a nice increase. Hopefully the saber isn't one of those annoying items that I don't like, though. Really weird. I'm trying to remember why he's standing below he's standing up or sitting above a hole. I wonder. I forget what that is for. It's for something. Everything seems to be kind of you know, intended for something. So I'm sure there's a. Yeah, I probably should. I don't have a whole lot of money. I was trying to get more stats so I don't die as much on stream. And embarrass myself. I remember farming the library. There's somebody in here that drops like 1,000 gold or something, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it's 500, but yeah, there's somebody in here that has like a random drop that's actually a lot of money. I remember doing that. It was either an item or just a cash drop. I remember doing that. I'm not going to farm here because that seems really boring to watch, but... At least the books are easy to kill. Oh. Fairy scroll. What does the fairy scroll do again? I don't remember. Oh, enemy name. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Whoa. Magic tome. Okay, guy. Yeah, I'll probably just, So not a... Oh, I should go up this way. I remember that there was a save point in here, library. I'm sure there is. All places. I can't even get up there. Oh, I need a double jump to get up there. How about here? Nope. Can't get up there. Unless I'm missing something. Very weird, Wait, how do I... Now I'm lost. How do I get back? Strawberry, that's important. Oh, rapier. I'm getting drops. Probably try out the rapier just in case it's better. That'd kind of be disappointing to spend money on an item that I just got to replace. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's one thing that's always been kind of annoying about the Castlevania games is the whole poison skin thing where all it takes is touching a guy, not them attacking you to hurt you. I think one game that actually solved that issue really well, ironically, was Towerfall. In that game, you could touch guys all you want, as long as they don't attack you. But enemies were still really dangerous. I thought they actually handled that annoying, like, just touching a guy hurts you thing. They solved that really well. Alright, I guess it's back to the outer wall, I guess. Alright. It's less damage. I wonder what it looks like, though. Oh, that's weird. Oh. How do I do that? Yeah, how do I do that little animation thing? That's weird. I like how different weapons have like special hidden things in them. That was one interesting thing about this game is that like I said in the chat, you know, you could Yeah. I've heard great things about Metal Slug. I played a little bit of it, but I never really played them in the arcades. Or were they original Amiga games, or for some reason they just didn't have they weren't like on my radar when they came out. But I've heard that they were great games, and I've seen a lot of them. But yeah, I think it's really cool when they kind of take out the kind of gamey aspects of. Oh, yeah. What did I do there? Sure, I can look it up to see what. That's weird. Whatever. I'll go back to Saber. But yeah, that seemed like it had an interesting hidden attack there with the rapier. Loading. Oh, this area. Oh, that's how you get on the other side of here. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's nice. Forgot about that. Games are always thinking about how to save you time later. Not always, but... let's still get up there, so maybe I should teleport back. But this is nice to have a... Just have a quick... I don't remember the last time I saved, so I'm just going to save real quick. Oh, there's a blue door around here I think I should get. I think that's probably what I should get, since I now have the item that lets me open up blue doors. I don't remember what that was. There's even secrets hidden behind some save points. I remember that. Oh, there's a exit over here. I probably need double jump though. Yeah, back where there was Grim Reaper. I am sure I need double jump, I'm sure. Where's the blue door? Oh, you know what's probably back there, actually. Yeah. I think it was back there. Near the beginning. Unless I'm completely mistaken. Yeah, there's something right down here. Can't quite make it. Yeah, I need a double jump for that. This might not be the blue door. I'm question myself now. I like it. I like how when you get really good at the game, there's kind of like almost like a momentum to it. You know exactly when to attack to hit a guy without getting hit. Nope, this is not a blue door. Okay, well, that was just funny. Right, he doesn't like water. I always thought that was weird because it's like, why would water hurt you? But it's actually, I think, based on an old vampire legend where water, running water would basically, vampires couldn't cross. There are also some really weird ones too, like vampires had to count things and untie knots because they're obsessive with things like that. One of the weirdest ones was, that's actually done in a couple movies actually, was the idea that vampires can't enter your home without you inviting them in. Is kind of weird, but there were some really interesting. I love reading up on mythology like that. There's some interesting ways that people would try to handle suspected vampires. One of the more interesting ones was that like they bury him in a coffin. They put him in a coffin and they bury him, right? They weren't sure if they were vampires, but if they suspected they were vampires, they also suspect that vampires would burst out from the front of the coffin. And so their solution for that was, okay, well, let's bury the coffin upside down. So if they burst out of the front of the coffin, they will just go, it's just dirt, so they can't get out. It's kind of silly when you think about it, because, you know, just flip over and then burst out that way. But interesting idea, though. Like, people are thinking of ways to, these are like grown adults thinking of ways to, you know, avoid evil mythical creatures. I actually don't know what that other blue door is, so I'm just going to teleport back, I think. Yeah, that'll get me back on track quicker. But yeah, and then there was actually one movie. It wasn't a very good movie. It was a Dracula something or other. Dracula wasn't Dracula 2000. I think it was something else. But they had basically Dracula, and he was like somehow bound or whatever, but just in case he did get free, they did like put a fisherman's net next to him, and out of his sight, but you know, if he got out of his binds or whatever, he'd then see it and then would have to like untie all the knots, because apparently vampires are really obsessive, according to that legend. And they also put like, they took like a, oh, okay, thanks expert, all your input was really helpful, thank you, have a good night. But yeah, so as another precaution in case Dracula got out in this movie, they took like a giant bag of beans and just spilled them everywhere. And because of that, because of the beans, they figured that between the net and the beans, they figured that Dracula would have to count all the beans, because they're obsessive counters, and untie all of the whoa, big skull, forgot about him. The music, and I probably can't hear it because I have the sound turned down so you can hear me. Music in this map is, this area is probably my favorite track from the entire soundtrack. It's so good. Like, got the gothic, the orchestral, the electric guitar riffs. It's just a great sound. Great track. So, yeah, just a side note. But I actually, I got on a tangent, but I actually, back in the late 90s, I actually imported the soundtrack of this game from Japan, and it was money well spent. I got a perfect lossless, you know, CD quality audio track of each of these, and they had actually a couple interesting tracks. I think, well, at least one track that wasn't actually used in the game, or not in the main game or whatever, but there's so many really great tracks. There's like the church choir track, there's the clock tower track, which I really liked, and a lot of the other ones are just really good. I mean, Yamane really hit it out of the park with this game's soundtrack. It's just amazing. Combination of like gothic, pop, rock, metal, all that stuff. Just kind of jazz even. I don't know if I can get there now. I'll get my second jump soon. But yeah, great soundtrack. Anyway, back at the, not that's really relevant, but yeah, so they put a bunch of beans in front of Dracula and all this like net, fisherman's net, just hand tied, so that theoretically the guy could be there for hours counting all the beans and untying all the knots. Really silly. And they almost kind of proved how silly that was in the movie, because as soon as Dracula breaks out, he grabs the fisherman's net and just goes like, and all of a sudden it's just like completely straight. Tosses it, and then it looks down at the ground and he's like 9,362, or I forget the number, but he's just like, just instantly, like, you know, totally Rain Man's the number of beans on the ground. And then the person standing there is like, oh. It was actually kind of funny. They almost kind of like show how stupid the legends are, but yet the movie actually wasn't that smart. It was kind of dumb overall, but that was obviously stuck with me for a while, because I watched that movie a long time ago. But I don't remember the name of that movie. Some Dracula something. There's been so many of them. It wasn't Dracula Untold. I don't think it was Dracula 2000, but it might have been. But yeah, I just remember that. It was kind of an interesting bit of legend. And you know, I think I have to get up in that clock tower, but I do not remember. I couldn't jump over it. So somewhere I must have missed the double jump. Maybe it was down here. I gotta find the double jump. Bone Archer. Yeah, I love vampire lore and other things. It's interesting some of the legends and stuff that's inspired those. Only a few that really stuck, and even modern media is kind of like unsticking those particular myths. Like sunlight. Sunlight usually is a big factor because that's like, and sucking blood are like the two staples. But after like Vampire Diaries and Twilight, which I'm not going to talk about those, but they kind of even killed the sunlight thing. And so like crosses and other like the what I can kind of consider the secondary weaknesses of vampires, like wooden stakes, you know, things like that. Those vary a little bit. Like in the what I thought was interesting in Vampire the Masquerade, which is actually one of the coolest vampire settings, in my opinion. Wooden stakes actually don't kill vampires, they just stun them. They're used by vampire hunters in order to stun them while they like actually finish them off. That was interesting. They actually have, like stake guns, which are awesome. They just like shoot stake, not meat stake, but like wooden stake guns. It's kind of an awesome concept. Guy's got hella damage reduction. Which will I use? Yeah. I'll eat a strawberry. That's what I'll do. I'll eat a strawberry. You can't tell me what to do. 10 health. Worth it. Guess just got to keep it in these guys, but do so little damage to them. Gotta whittle him down without getting hit too much. Alright. And those guys are really annoying to kill before you get good weapons. Not sure if worth, but got a pot roast, I guess. That's good. I was hoping there's actually going to be a full item. I don't get double jump. It's got to be somewhere I get double jump. Maybe it's... Oh, I think that's where it is. Yeah, I think it's right around there. I think that's where the blue door is. I think. I can't remember. But it's probably behind the blue door because we just unlocked the blue door thing, even though it's buying it. I'm assuming that it's probably something I have to do to be able to progress. We'll see. Probably wrong. Somebody's probably shaking their hands in anger right now. They probably. Rather not lose what I have. Yeah, you're kind of crippled until you get all the basic movement upgrades, like double jump and... Oh, those crits though. It'll give me a little bit more XP and health and stuff, so it's fine. I actually meant to do a face reveal video. It was going to be, I think it was going to be a 200 sub celebration. But obviously, a combination of last couple videos doing really well and my webcam not arriving right away. I got a Razer Stargazer webcam and I pre-ordered it and it got delayed and delayed and delayed, so I didn't get that right away. It just kind of became irrelevant at this point. I mean, it's kind of, you know, cat's out of the bag now, but I was thinking about doing one for like 500-600, but then my Diablo video just kind of exploded way beyond my expectations. It was amazing. So I don't know. I'll do something. I might start doing vlogs or something like that. I don't know, depending on if people actually want to see this mug. Whoa. There's spores here. That's annoying, actually. That thing seems to never stop creating spores. That's weird. But yeah, I might do vlogs or whatever, just kind of updates, quick things. I'll just figure out that format. I tend to spend a long time on my videos, so I try not to do any. I try not to make any dated content. Content that's way too dated. I did a little bit of that, but recently I've been trying to do content that'll be relevant for a couple years, at least a few years, and not just immediately outdated and old. So that's been my one of my precepts for making content the last couple months is stuff that'll still be relevant. And there's certain things that just, you know, are going to happen. Like, you know, for example, Dishonored 2 is coming out, and in my prior video going over Looking Glass Studios stuff, I mentioned that Dishonored 2 was coming out. So there's just things that are kind of beyond your control, but overall, if I can avoid dating my videos, I'll try the best I can. So yeah, next video should be good. I don't have it quite ready yet. Still got a lot of editing, gameplay to get, but it should be interesting. Definitely won't be as successful as the Diablo 2 versus Diablo 3 video, because that argument will go on to the end of time. And it's apparently a really hot topic. Last I saw it just cracked 50, I believe 50,000, which is something like 3 to 4 times my entire channel's views combined, or something like that, like before that video. It's pretty crazy. Definitely much bigger numbers than I've been getting before. Nice. Okay, it was the blue door. I remembered. Okay. Now what did that button do? Won't tell me what it did. A cat. Oh, you know what? It opened up it opened up that platform right down there. Okay. I was worried it was gonna like open up some random door in the entire castle. I'm like, no. Oh. A cat. Cat's trying to get me killed. Alright. Ooh. Library card. And attack potion. 2 consumables, but better than nothing. Ouija table. Get down here. Oh, I don't. That's the answer. Okay, so okay, so I've not been in here. This is a new area. Good. I believe, yeah. Is this the Colosseum? No, caverns. No. Oh. Oh no, I want that item. Damn it. I don't know if I can get up there. That's hurt a lot. Oh, that's convenient. Alright, I'll probably be wrapping up fairly soon here. It's about 10:30 Eastern. Probably pretty soon here. Anyway. That's annoying. Oh look, nice. It's over here. More guys. Yeah, the skeleton. I'm not gonna get any help from him. Bone Archer. Yeah, I'll switch it up. I've been using that item for a while. Heart max up. It's interesting that they still use oh, secret bandana. That sounds awesome. Is it better than my leather hat though? It's the same, but increase my intelligence? That's not what I would expect from a bandana, but what I was saying. I'm checking all the walls now. Oh yeah, let's remember. It's weird how most things like, I think, mana and health and all your stats increase by level, but hearts don't. Hearts are still done like the old Zelda or the Metroid way, where energy tank way, where you have to pick them up to increase your maximum. So yeah, it's interesting. It's a weird design choice. I'm not sure why they did that. It's kind of weird, but it doesn't really affect the game that much. It's just an odd choice. There's a lot of kind of weird, kind of extraneous mechanics in this game. Like, they've got spells, they've got this secondary items. Like, Castlevania's secondary items are like, literally, like, it's kind of its traditional, like, all Castlevania games have those items, like the daggers and things like that. So it's like a holdover from the old games, but honestly, you never ever have to use them in this game. They're completely optional, and they don't really, honestly, like, not all that useful compared to everything. I think they're affected by your stats. I think like the more stats you have, they do more damage. So they don't become like completely outdated, but it does seem kind of like a weird holdover from the other Castlevania games because you have so many other abilities now. You've got multiple items. You have multiple. Oh, life maxed up. Maybe they just add additionally to your level. I don't know. It's weird. Game could be described in a lot of ways like that, where they have a lot of cool new features, but they didn't take out the old features as well. So you see kind of like odd choices. You have multiple ways to do things, and so many other like almost redundant features in a way. But I kind of like it. It just, like, there's a lot of different aspects to it. It's a very has a lot of variety. Shiitake mushrooms there. A little deep in here, aren't I? Yeah, this is oh, nice. Yeah, it definitely has the Metroid thing where you just kind of like fall into more areas and go deeper and deeper, and you're just like not really sure where you're going. Seems like you're accidentally going somewhere, but they kind of know where you'll accidentally go, because that's kind of the way you need to go. It seems like you could be going any direction, but the direction you end up going is where you're supposed to go. Which is an interesting, like an illusion of your own choice, sort of. Oh, boss. I don't even remember the snake boss. I remember him, but I totally forgot about him, I should say. That's horrible. Oh. Well, he was kind of lame. Okay. Oh, water. Stay out of the water. Oh, crap. I forgot they did the whole gravity alteration while you're in water as well. Like Metroid. Oh, I'm really low in health now. Need some shiitake mushrooms. I had shiitake mushrooms once, and they were kind of Really weird. I didn't particularly like it. The sound cut out. Oh. It's a fake boss. Okay, this is pretty good for this. Oh, nope, they just hit my shield right away now. Oh, that's a really good item to have here. Nice. Alright, I might need to use another health here. Poisonous mushroom. I wouldn't think I should use that, so let me use the pot roast. Alright. I really wish I remembered the other spells, because I feel like I'm wasting my spell points, but... Oh, right, I can shoot those. Alright, it's got me down low again. Alright, I don't want to keep on... I don't even have any more potions, do I? Okay, whatever. I take 1 damage. Oh shit, I took 1 damage then. Nope. That's game over. Kind of stuck that little boss in there. Gonna fake you out with the snake boss. Alright, that's probably gonna call it a night for me. I do want to continue this sometime, but yeah, for now I'll probably just end off there, but yeah, so I think this was a moderate success. Obviously got some little things to tweak here and there, but I appreciate everyone tuning in and commenting. This is great. I really enjoyed this. Thanks very much, and happy Halloween, everybody. Have a good one. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. This is Indigo Gaming. Peace.